Hello. What? What? I can't believe it. I just came here saying hello, sounded like Mrs. Doubtfire. I don't know why I done that. My bad. But anyway, how are we all? How are we all doing? It's a good one today because you get to choose, don't you? I'm going to start with my little story that I've chosen. Yes, even I get to choose. I'll just run through that. We can discuss should you wish. But then let me know what it is, what's anything in the news. It could be the news, the politics. Might be a video clip you've seen. I don't know, do I? It's your choice, skis. I don't know why I said that like that either. Come on, mate. 50 years old, act it. Oh, sorry, I'm 376. I'm a wizard. Oh, what a day. What a day. I tell you what, last night, nightmare. Worst heartburn in the history of my life. People end up in hospital because of it, I know, but I decided to have some ice cream. I couldn't be bothered to put it away, so I just ate the whole litre. It was a bit late. It was a raspberry pavlova type style with meringue on top. Won't be doing that again. I was in agony. Toothpaste is good for it. 3 times I've done toothpaste. We had about that much. Like, why is it every time you get heartburn, you go to get the Gaviscon, there's like near enough none left? Isn't it? Anyone else wants it, you're like, oh, the Gaviscon's here. Look, it's full. There you go. As soon as you're like, oh, heartburn, there's either no Gaviscon or minimal. But luckily, toothpaste does it for me. But get a bit of toothpaste, put it in your mouth, bit of water, swallow, boom. I don't know why it works. It does. You might even know. But anyway, how are you all? How you doing, Slim? Oh, he's a real Slim Shady. The other Slim Shady's better shut up. How you doing? Hope you're well, my friend. After messing up Sunday's call-in by not putting the link up, my bad. So I remember these things because it annoys me as well when I get it wrong. Steve, how you doing, Steve? Good evening, sir. It is 7:02 p.m. here. If Rob's going to be popping in. I know he's 5 hours behind, so it's going to be 2 o'clock in Ohio for him if he's about. Let's get ready to rumble. Boom, boom. Yeah, see, I never go too old for a bit of that. Paul's in the house. How you doing, Paul? Oh, who else we got? Kadaroo. Evening all. Oh, is he an ex-copper? Evening all. Kadaroo. Do I say that right? I'll call you Cad for short. It's Cad in the house. Kadaroo. What you gonna do? Come on. It's in the house. Oh, I don't know what happened there. How you doing, Jake? I was going to send you a link and I forgot. My bad. But I think I was having one of those weird moments. I was like, is Jake doing Tuesdays as well or not? I can't remember. Yeah, I know. How stupid. I was like, what? Oh, I thought we said yes. And then I was like, what? But then I ended up having to, like, the wife's new TV stand turned up today. Oh, thank God it was nothing like the barbecue. Thank God for that. These blooming, spend all your money. I don't even know what she spent on it. TV unit, it's like oak or something. It looks really nice. I'll give her the due. Do you know what I mean? It definitely ain't cheap. But it took about an hour, which was cushy because it's like, 1.5 meters long. But she bought a barbecue, right? It was quite a big one. And instead of having just like a tray at the bottom and you put like 4 screws in it, no, it had slats, like 2 screws, 2 screws, 2 screws, 2 screws, 2 screws, 2. Oh, mate. It took hours. I was like, this barbecue's doing my nutting. You pay all that money and you got to build it. Absolute rip-off, innit? Yeah, we're not too sure what's going on there, Cad. Someone mentioned it in that best of best. I'm not too sure. Farty used to pop his head in here now and again. So, how you doing, Trigger Christian? Trigger is in the house. What's your abbreviation? TTC. Even that's a bit too much to say, innit? Can't be Trig, can it? Trig. That's only fools and horses. Triggered. Christian. Christ. What can we call you? Let me know in the chat, mate. Like we'll abbreviate it. Because, unless your name's that good, you get the same name 3 times over. Oh, Nelly, Nelly, Nelly. Good evening, Nelly. See, such a cool name. They named her 3 times. Bobby's in the house. How you doing, Bobby? No, you're not late today. Neither was I. Bang on time. I hit it as soon as it hits, but then suddenly it takes a couple of seconds, do you know what I mean, to then kick in and go live. But, it's all good. It's all good. So, yep, happy days. Yep. Beats and tapes is on his yo-yo. Queen of the North. Did you? You had a heartburn as well? Oh my! How weird's that? Yeah, mine serves me right. Like a whole liter of ice cream. I normally just have like quarter of it. Do you know what I mean? It's lovely and cold, isn't it? Oh, it's just love. I love ice cream, but I couldn't be asked to go all the way back downstairs and put it away, so I just sat in the lounge eating it. Yeah, I wonder why that is. I'm a bit miffed at that. She's done really well. It's quite a good channel they're going on. Do you know what I mean? Quite a good channel. That's not really. No, it was a good channel. Speak of the devil, I told you. He's 5 hours behind, so it must be about 2 o'clock, afternoon, evening. Everybody in the chat still watching commercials on my TV. Blooming commercials. Blooming commercials. Yes, out of my control. But that's how you support the channel, ladies and gents, because you might notice that I don't say anything about super chats, this, that, and everything else. They're just there, aren't they? And people do what they want to do. But what I do say, if you want to support the channel, just watch the adverts. Simple as. Just by watching the channel, watching the adverts. Don't cost you nothing. It's free of charge. Happy days. So it's all good. It's all good. And that's how you do your thing to help the Weirs. So, and don't forget to hit the like button. But yeah, there is super chats, there is memberships, and there is, I think, if I put up the Ko-fi link, support the channel type thing, but it's all there. It's just there anyway. But yeah, just watch adverts. I try not to well, I say I try not. I never do. I just mention it like I mention it now, but it's just there floating around. But you ain't hear me saying, "Oh yes, tonight, ladies and gents, we have a target of £4 million." And if I don't hit £4 million, I'm not going live again. Grifty, grifty, grift, grift. Hello, Grift, Gandalf, Grift, Grifty, Gandalf. Ooh. I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, so it's just there anyway. Is it? Yeah, I do toothpaste, mate. Toothpaste. It's got to be Colgate though, for some strange reason. You chew chalk. Chalk? I've got plenty of acrylic paints. I ain't got any chalks or pastels. Or fruit pastels. But yeah. But yeah, was it her choice or was it taken down because something was said? You got to be careful what other people say. So, no, I didn't. Did I, geese? My bad. I'll do it now. Let me copy the link. I'm going to email it to you now, geese. I forgot because I don't know what was going on with me today. I was all over the place and I completely forgot. And where are we? Where are we? Seeing if I've got an email from you somewhere, I can just click. Oh, new email. Choose. That's what I call it. Choose the link. LOL. The whiz. Send. Right, there you go. I've emailed it to you, mate. My bad. I don't know what. I think where I changed it and I've had it. We got Freaky Fridays going on now, so squeeze half lemon in water. That works for me too. Well, there's a few 8 p.m. ish here. Oh yeah, hour ahead, Steve. Yeah, because it's Spain. Yeah. Oh, you're in Spain. Ooh. Do you bump into Paul Thorpe there or is he in Benidorm? Benidorm. evening. Yeah, Cad is good. Right, happy days. Yeah, because sometimes, like, people, I'll abbreviate your name. Like, what? No, I've been given this name. Please use it. So yeah, you got to ask, ain't you? Cad is good. I'll probably end up just saying Cadaroo. I'll read it as is. Do you know what I mean? The fellow who got shot at by the French today fishes out of Ramsgate got a video having a go at him. Oh, is he? Really? Oh, classic. Classique. It's classique. Oh, so make sure I've got my headphones, otherwise when we bring Jake up, I won't be able to hear what he's saying. I got watching a great podcast last night about class. It was great. The Wizards, just so you know. That brings back memories when I was a kid. That I was saying that. Like, I'm clicking on the button and it's not showing. Why isn't it showing? It says Wiz. Oi, oi! Yep, okay, mate. Email me the vid and the link, and that we'll do it because you can come up. We do. Jake and I, who is now waiting, Jake and I do videos on a Thursday, and we did say, like, someone like yourself, Bobby, or whoever, if you want to come up and we go through the video, so there's like 2, 3, 4 of us, and we can all have our say. Then happy days. So I mean, we can make a decent 10-minute video last 6 hours. So 2 people on it, it'd be happy days. Happy days. Is it made in China? No. If you're talking about my TV thing, no, it wasn't. Southside Evening Wizard. Don't say that. It says Wiz. But yeah. Gareth. Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? Everyone's like, oh, what's going on? So, it's raining in Glasgow. It's boiling here. Trig or TTC. Okay, cool. Happy days. Happy days. You got to ask. It's respectful. Call me the Muslim dilemma. See, mate. It's just pure sugars now, isn't it? That's a problem. Right. I think I've said hello to everyone there. I'm going to fly through. Right, let's get Jake up in the house. Oh, Pouncy's in the house. Any other newbies who I need to say hello to? Because once Jake comes up, I get sidetracked and I forget. Oh, Tim's in the house. How you doing, Tim? How you doing, Tim? I'm flying through. Oh, it's Phil. Phil's in the house. Oh, biscuits. Yeah. So Phil is back in the house. I'll leave that up for 30 seconds while Jake and I talk as well, so everyone can see Molly there on the left, who sadly left us all. I was gutted to hear her. Gutted. It's weird, like when you've got a dog or a cat or whatever, like to lose a dog or a cat, it hits so much harder because even Jake was saying, and a few others were, Pouncy, I think it was. But anyway, let's get Jake up. And I think I've said hello to everyone in there. If I haven't said hello to you, I'll keep my eyes open and I will. I promise. So, how you doing, Jake?
I'm good. How are you, Wiz?
I'm living the dream, apparently. But I didn't realise Plastic African's been member for a month. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I think the heat got to me. I didn't know what we were doing tonight. I was like, oh, yeah. I knew it's Tuesday, but I was like, does Jake come up or not? I was like, my brain's like, on. I was
very hot.
Stood there like a African.
Very hot. But I would like to say the first thing to start off with, obviously, it would be the first thing. But I would just like to say it's good to see Phil back. We know it's been a while. Obviously, as I lost mine a year ago, so I understand. So it doesn't get any better, but it gets easier.
That's it, yeah. I guess, like, to Phil when I messaged him and that, I said I don't know what to say because, like, you can say, you say sorry, whatever, but some people, it takes time, and as time heals, as time goes by, to me that's just so, like, I said to my missus, it's like everyone says that. It's just like, what people say, and it takes no thought. So I'd rather someone just not say nothing. or just say, I don't know what to say. I'm really sorry for your loss. Do you know what I mean? I find that a bit more respectful than the usual cheesy lines. Do you know what I mean? So I'm a bit like that. My
Yeah.
missus is like, yeah, but you know, the fact they say it, I'm like, yeah, but it shows zero thought. Zero thought. Oh, it's all right, but you know, our time is a good healer.
Like I said, it doesn't get any better, it just gets easier. And by that, I just mean you just learn to not deal with it, you just learn to get used to it. That's what it really is. I've got a picture of mine on the windowsill. Sorry, not windowsill, the fireplace. Because she was quite small, it's probably about the same size as she actually was. So it's quite nice when I get up in the morning, I can still see her every day. It's not the same.
Yeah,
but...
Phil's got a lovely like urn with the paw prints on it. Really cool. So you know, she's back home where she belongs. So it's all good. So I you know things like that. Like they never used to bother me, and now anything, no matter what it is, if it's around anything to do with passing, it smacks me right between the legs. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really quite. I find it a lot harder to deal with, and that's ever since I had my heart attack. Obviously, as you know, I'm not going to go into that again because how many times we spoke about that, mate? Boring, sympathy grabber. Shut up. But ever since that, like I've always been an empath, but now it's on a whole new level, mate. Like I'm watching programs and that with the missus. I'm like, let me go and make the copies because I can feel myself going. Do you know what I mean? I've never like that with certain programs. Never. It's crazy.
Perhaps it unlocked something in you.
Yeah, like a fear of dying for a start.
Well, that, but I mean, that experience unlocked something inside you that beforehand was difficult to express or to acknowledge. Then perhaps now it just has been unlocked easier.
Yeah, my emotions are literally right up there, and it's just weird. Like ever since that happened, and that it's just like wow, like, and I, you know, where I let certain things go, you know, let the hate for certain people go, and I don't know, it just freed me up, and now I'm just seem to be a blooming an emotional squeeze ball. I'm just terrible.
Well,
Even my missus looks at me sometimes, and I'm like, yeah, I know, weird, isn't it? Look, I can feel it. I'm welling up.
things like bipolar disorder or borderline personality disorder are quite similar in a way. They can both be kind of trauma related. Both much are to do with emotions and not being able to let go of things and staying in a particular frame of mind for a time period. And I think the biggest between the two is that obviously bipolar depression can last months or years, whereas if it's borderline personality disorder, it can be hours or even days. So it's a much quicker turn.
I'm like, luckily, when it comes to the depression or even the bipolar, like because of what happened to me in the hospital, blah blah blah, I find it so easy now to catch it and twist it. So if anything, like yes, I do have down days, but they're doable now. I don't go right off the deep end. I mean, the worst bit was a few weeks back. It was a bit of a weird one and that, but I got through it easier than what I used to. I mean, I'm not saying it's easy to get through, but for me, it was easier that time to get through. And yeah, it wasn't for that, you know, like it's quite a slippery slope, isn't it?
Yeah, I knew there was something going on, which is why I messaged you. You can tell.
Yeah, I mean, it surprised me because it's the first time, like nearly 2 years later, it's the first time it's got like that was the worst it's been because I can catch it and sort it out. But now more than likely I end up getting stuck on a high. Can't stop that. I'm done.
Exactly the thing, isn't it? It's exactly what you get in borderline and bipolar. You either get one extreme or you get the other extreme, and it's about being able to balance that, and finding out how to deal with it in the best way that works for you. And the thing that I think people that don't have conditions like that wouldn't understand is that they think it's going to be triggered by some major event, but it isn't. Sometimes it just creeps up on you for no apparent reason. But really, what it is, it's a succession of different things layering on top of one another. That's what causes that sort of behaviour, really, rather than one incident.
Yep. What was I going to say? Trig, yeah. I don't know if you can get older people, like whoever in the world of Christianity, like where it's Christian Speakers Corner because of his book or what. But yeah, or even yourself, you want to come up and ever talk about that, we can always set up a live to go through the Islamic dilemma. But that's up to you, mate, if you want to do whatever. But
go on, Trig, be brave.
Rob, I'm going to blow up the channel. Don't pay no attention to me. Stay with the program. What?
And
do you mean you're going to blow up my channel? Were you going to go all Muslim on me, mate?
You'll be pleased to hear that you did get some advertisement from myself and Mr. Slim today. We did do some promotion for you.
It's got to be done.
It could have worked. There could be people watching now from Dan Wotton's channel that have come here because of those messages. If you have, thanks.
And say hi, because we are live on X and YouTube. And Robert has also done 50 Wizard Word memberships. I'm certainly not reading out 50 names. Thank you, Robert. Wow. You are a very, very generous man. I have nothing but time and respect for you, sir. Thank you very much for your generosity and supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. 100%, or 110% actually. So, let me. It's not a problem, Phil. I mentioned it the other day during the live. I said why you weren't about and what was going on and all that. I hope you don't mind. But I thought I'd let people know because people are asking about you, Electrodoc, and I was like, oh well, he just wants to be left alone. So
sorry, I wasn't laughing at that. I was laughing at what Plumjack's put. Sorry.
Let's see what Lebanon. I was a member there, but not anymore.
No, we don't like to talk about the L word.
That's what I was thinking. Plastic African. Wow. So I get quite uncomfortable when people do certain donations and that. I never know what to say. I'll sit here like blip, 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 blip. Yeah, I'm dealing with it better now, and I'm like, no, thank you very much. But you think, is that enough? Is that a good enough response for someone's generosity? It's horrible. Yeah. So if you got one, you got one, Paul. Paul got one. Whee! Who else got one? I can't go into the other screen and have a look because there's 50 names, and to go through all them you'll be sitting here till tomorrow. So because the old membership was ridiculous, Robert. 50. Kit Kat's got one, so he's probably put 4 fingers up being Kit Kat. I don't know, that's terrible, isn't it? Thanks for that, Rob. Appreciate it.
Good man.
Yeah, in a weird way, Dylan, I actually know what you mean. Because I find it like I try to be careful with what I say sometimes with people because it's as if like I'm mocking it because the way I deal with it myself and I laugh at myself and I take the mickey and I'm like, oh yeah, I've got stuff to do today. Oh no, I can't be bothered. But it's more than can't be bothered. But if you have depression or bipolar, you know exactly what they mean. Like, yeah, you just cannot be bothered. Do you know what I mean? You understand. So
yeah, that's true. You really do it. And I think laughter is such a powerful thing. I've always loved comedy, but just laughing in any context is brilliant. And the English very much have a dark gallows humour. So we will laugh at things like death and terrible illnesses and mock
100%.
Because that's our
100%. I don't know. You don't need a degree, Trig. Boom. I'm here due to Dan Wotton. I lied.
If you don't need a degree. No, you don't. There are things that
I
you
don't
need
think.
a degree, but there are things that you don't need to have one. It's not a prerequisite of anything. No, we get memberships. No.
Yeah, on the fly. Oh,
Yeah.
Reverend Stephen Moore is here, but yeah, we need to know what you want to talk about or anything, ladies and gents. I've got a story here that we can. Well, I'll put it up on screen and it'll make me and Jake smaller, which is probably why I do it because whatever.
No,
But we we'll scroll through that and see what people think and everything because if the shoe was
yes.
on the other foot, it'd be different because I reckon Farage would have actually been arrested by now already if it was him. It would have gone. I reckon it would have gone absolutely crazy.
Well,
But
I think
who was a person who originally posted it? Because if Polanski's done whatever, and I know he's a certain person in society, or apparently is because he's the leader of the Muslim party. But whoever originally posted it as well should also have some sort of consequence for putting that up, shouldn't they? Did you see it with the T-shirt?
I did see it, yes, and I have to say I'm of the opinion of Lucy Colley, who expressed it very well on Dan's show today, when she said that regarding her case and this case, neither of them should involve the police, neither of them should involve talk about going to prison, because it is just simply a comment. But I understand the principle of that because she went to prison, and therefore, well, if we're going to have justice, then surely this one would fall under that remit as well, wouldn't it? That's the argument.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think either of them should.
Yeah, because I think like Lucy Collins, I don't know what people going on. That was woke ideology that done that, and DEI and all God knows what, where everyone was just woo. It was just ridiculous. But
Well, I think it was partly, but I think it was also the pressure she was put under by the police, because she was told that if she confessed, then she would get out much quicker and she'd get to see her daughter again.
Yeah.
What she should have done is plead not guilty, and she probably wouldn't have gone. But obviously, she wanted just to get back to her family, and I think that they put that pressure on her.
Yeah.
But it was Keir Starmer
who
blamed for it, though. He was the one who said that the far right will face full force of the law, and she was just a poster child for that sort of campaign, really, to show everybody this is what happens if you speak out. And the thing is, she didn't even speak out, because everyone always forgets the caveat that she put into that tweet, which is, for all I care. She never said to go out and do it. She just said, if people go and do it, I don't care. It's a completely different statement. Yeah. This one isn't.
Yep.
This is completely clear. It's a pun on the XTC song. There's no doubt about what that T-shirt means. That T-shirt is quite clear. And I suppose there is an argument, although I've said before about free speech, there is an argument, though, that this could be a public order offence, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I mean...
it could be that rather more than the actual freedom of speech issue.
So what about the people that actually posted this originally? What about him actually wearing that T-shirt? And what about whoever it was that made the T-shirt? I mean, it depends how far you want to go, because surely you can end up going a bit silly, but you can't have things that are or could be misconstrued as an enticement to murder, especially with what happened to Anne Widdecombe and
there is precedent
the others.
There is precedent. Back in the 90s, there was a band from Ipswich called Cradle of Filth. I don't know if you know them. They're a really horrible metal band. And they had a T-shirt that on the front had a masturbating nun with a cross. And on the back, in huge neon green letters, it said, "Jesus is a cunt." And somebody in Norwich got arrested and fined for that as a public order offence. So there's no reason why this person couldn't be charged and fined with a public order offence, because it says we're only making plans for Nigel. You then got a guillotine. There's no doubting what he's trying to infer from that is quite clear. He's saying that Nigel Farage should be beheaded, and for somebody to say that in current context, when a politician has just been murdered in a horrific and brutal politicised murder, then walking around wearing a t-shirt like that is just obscene.
Yeah,
but it shouldn't be. Not an. I don't think it should be put in prison for it, though. I mean, I think that Zack Polanski, real name David Paulden, should be in prison because he's an idiot. But I don't think he should just for posting this picture. I mean, his views are enough to get him put in prison, but not necessarily putting up this picture.
Yeah.
Let's try another way. What if you had a picture on there of on that chair? What if instead you had the Prophet Muhammad there?
They'd be dead anyway. They'd be targeted. They'd have to go into hiding.
But they shouldn't be, though. That's the problem that we have, is that should never happen in this country, because we have laws here that protect, to allow us to wear things like that T-shirt, although I've said it could be a public order offence. It has to wear that. You don't get these rights in Muslim countries because the thinking is completely different. So if they were to see a picture of their prophet, and it does trigger them, they do go crazy. And there's a really good example of this from the weekend from Kelly J. King talking to some Muslim guy. Unfortunately, you can't hear much of what he says, but she did do a short clip of it of just 5 minutes where you can hear him talking, and they're discussing the Aisha, obviously, dilemma there. And it's just him trying to justify paedophilia, really.
Yeah, because he's on X actually saying like, oh yeah, but she wouldn't say anything about having sex with a 3-year-old. I'm like, where are you going with that? I mean, is that the usual lie about Rebecca, or is there something else where they got absolutely no evidence for it? They're just throwing that out. They're like, oh yeah, she's got Jimmy Savile hairdo and wearing his tracksuit and all that. And he's like, it was me that was there talking about her. She decided this and this. And you're just like, but there's how many mosques around? Like where they were, there's loads of mosques. They could just go there. But no, we do it in public for intimidation and domination purposes.
Exactly. They're like dogs having a shit on the street. That's what they're doing. And it's wrong.
Yep.
And it shouldn't. We don't allow anyone else to do it. I don't want to see that. I do not want to see some blood ass up in the air facing me when I'm out in public. I don't want to see somebody laying about on a carpet when I'm out in public. And I certainly don't want to hear people speaking in Arabic if I'm out and about in public. Do it in your own house if you want to, fine. But keep your back ideas in your own home.
Definitely. I'll defend my country. I probably won't be allowed to on health grounds, but do you know what I mean? With my leg and my heart, do you know what? If it come to it, I'll be like, just give me a gun. I'll do it because, I'm going to be dead soon anyway. So I would fight for the country.
No, I will do my bit, but I won't be fighting. I will, of course, be in the upstairs in a nice comfy bit, directing the order of battle.
I'll tell you what we could do. We could go live with a certain video and we could talk about it for so long we could actually bore the people to death and then win our country back like that.
I think we could do that. We'll just find a clip just 1 minute long and try and make it last for 10 hours.
Yeah.
No, not 1 minute long.
I was
obsessed with degrees today. Why are you obsessed with degrees?
I was maybe he's bought a compass.
Yeah, maybe.
I was thinking on Sunday, the call-in show, I might do it from 1 p.m. like we start and go through to maybe 8 p.m. So it's a 7-hour stream, going for 7,000 subscribers. I might do something like that. So, people have to call in and talk because, that's a bloody long show. Anyway, Ollie, nearly 8 minutes ago, 10 Wizard Word memberships from the Green Witch. Thank you very much, Ollie. She missed the show the other day. She goes, "Why did I think it was 7?" I was like, "That's so funny because Phil got ready and he thought it was 4, and it started at 1." So, but they are going across the bottom. If you have a look, I've actually put what they are as well. Yes, I updated it because the whiz was on it. But if it hurries up scrolling through, like blooming hell, it is a bit slow, isn't it? But look, 5 times a week, look, and I've actually put what they are, like Wizard Wednesday, top
Yeah,
news and politics stories.
I wouldn't say I agreed with you, Buster, there. That agrees that you're fully indoctrinated. I think it very much depends on what subject it is and which department that you're in. Because if somebody doing 6th degree probably isn't going to be indoctrinated into anything, but somebody doing African studies obviously will be. I think it's a bit of a broad stretch to think that all degrees have some form of indoctrination in them. I understand what you mean, though, that about the university being infiltrated by institutional bullshit.
Yeah. 60 Wizard Word memberships so far. I say so far as if there's going to be more, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Guess what? We've got someone from Hungary in today. Wow.
Are they eating a lot or are they still hungry?
I don't know about that, but hello. I won't try and pronounce your name because I'll just butcher it. I'm glad to see we have people in Hungary. Lots of respect for the Hungarians. Great country. Nice women.
It says we're only making plans for Nigel, Pouncy. I zoomed in for you there just so you could see it.
Oh, God. Reverend Steve Goldsmith is the worst. That's where my ex used to go. When I first got with her, she was at Goldsmiths London. It's in New Cross. It is the most woke university in the country. It's full of arty wankers. And you just see people walking around with things like a pair of trousers with one leg and half their hair dyed one colour and half the other colour. Just full of absolute tossers. She loved it there, but it's probably even worse now. Because obviously this was before everything got worse through the COVID sham. Since then, things really rapidly went downhill.
Yep. Salzy, is it Salzy or is it Sal Silex Hagen? Salzy Lex Hagen? I can misread these so easily. But welcome to the channel and thank you for saying hello. Join in. You got all the Wizardians. They're super generous. I just gave away about 60 Wizard Web memberships in the last 20 minutes. Absolutely crazy times. But the channel's growing, so welcome.
Robert, to answer your question about young Bob, he's still going around talking to people. He has got some videos he's recently uploaded, and I believe that he is on Dan Wootton's channel doing a debate on Friday, I think. But yeah, Goldsmith, you're right, Reverend Steve, absolutely right. And yes, she was in the drama and English department, so yeah, they are fucking wankers, so I know exactly what they're like.
Yeah, I'm flying through. I'm skipping loads. My bad, people, if I miss them. I'm trying to catch up because like Jake's reading ones out where he's up to date and I'm like minutes and minutes behind.
Sorry.
So
because I'm reading them from the bottom. That's what I do. Sorry.
Yeah, but I do like young Bob. So, but I just need to. He needs to give his head a wobble with regards to his safety. Yeah. And think about that a little bit more and take it a bit more seriously because, like, you do not want to hear any, especially at his age, getting seriously hurt or even worse. It just we don't need it.
We don't need it, and we also have to remember as well. He's only 17, and your mind isn't really fully formed until you're about 25. So he is still young. He is still naive, and he has to be very careful in some of the things that he says. Because things that he says now could affect his future employment or his future career aspirations or anything like that. And could also, of course, over the next few years, change his mind. In which case, all of the stuff that he says could be used against him. I don't think it will, but But at that age, I think you have to be far more careful than perhaps he is being. I think he needs a mentor.
Definitely.
He is a good lad. He's a much better debater than Monty Toms is. I mean, I do like to watch Monty's videos with him and Will together. They are good, but they're nowhere near as witted as young Bob, and they don't have the knowledge either. And I think that they could brush a bit on their knowledge sometimes, because there are some of the guests they speak to are very close to getting one over on them.
For inspiring children to get into sport. That's what Pouncey was on about.
What do you mean abused? Let's just pause on that for a second. This is a very, very left-wing thing to do. Think about that word, abused. What does abused? What does it really mean to be abused?
For someone to say they don't like you. Oh, I've been abused.
An attack is the one that I love using. He attacked me. His words were violent. Come on.
Yeah.
Why is she being picked in a religious garment at a sports event is another thing. How she can possibly be a British citizen whilst wearing that fucking thing is beyond me. And with a name like that, she's not British. That's quite clearly an Indian name.
Yep. She was inspiring children to get into sport. She was like, yeah, because otherwise, you know, I'll show you what's underneath here and it's ticking. Right, yeah, I can.
Yes, the sport, unfortunately, she was showing were knife throwing, stabbing movements, using spears, and throwing bombs.
Guess how the ticking item under her burqa was attached?
Yeah, I think it was. But I mean, look at the language in here.
The clues on the screen. Bolt on.
Bolt on. I mean, look though, the language is repulsive in here. It prompted a wave of Islamophobic hate. I mean, come on. A wave. Was there a tsunami suddenly of people just hating Islam? I don't think there was.
To be honest though, Jake, like I logged onto my X and I had to grab a surfboard as the wave hit me, as that post suddenly appeared. I was like, what's that? Whoa, grab the surfboard, and I was riding the waves, mate. I was like, wow,
you rode the wave.
Yeah.
How did you manage to ride such a wave of hate?
I luckily had some scissors, so I was always cutting the red wire as I went, and there was no actual, you know, boom boom o'clock. Thank God.
Well, I was a bit worried because I know your knees aren't, you know, all that good these days, and you know, something on a wave of Islamophobic hate, it's not to be recommended.
To be honest, mate, it went on that long. I had to drop, and I laid on my belly to carry on riding the wave to the end. Because was, I mean, it was like a wave of Islam. It was, what a wave, mate. It was thick, it was heavy, and it went on and on. It was torture.
I think we want a wave, don't we? A wave of goodbye to the whole lot. That's what we want. Now, what exactly has happened here then? What is this terrible abuse that she's had to suffer?
People saying about the burqa going, like, even I tweeted it and I said, like, who's underneath that? Is it male or female? Is it friend or is it foe? Tweet.
Yeah. And it's not even something that it's not even in the book, is it, that they have to wear that?
Nope. That's all about the men, because they're such perverts that they even put 3-year-olds in burqas so they don't look at them. I mean, what?
Well, they put them in hijabs at 9 years old because they think that that's when they've reached puberty. And yes, face covering does stop you from serving the community because, as far as I'm concerned, and I am being serious when I say this, when I see somebody wearing one of those, that to me is a middle finger up to this country. And it genuinely makes me feel incredibly angry, and it makes me hate them when I see it because I don't like it. I don't want to see those attitudes brought into my country. I don't like seeing women repressed, and I just think that the government need to grow some fucking balls and say no, we're not having this in this country. It's safety risk if nothing else. And how can you serve a community when people can't see your face? I mean, what we communicate about 80% through bodily and facial expression rather than words. If you can't do that, you're not going to be able to communicate. Therefore, you're not going to have a community. So again, another lie from Islam.
Yeah, I don't get it because it's like, oh, I've escaped it. Oh, the oppression, the death. Oh, now I'm in the UK. I'm free. So I shall continue wearing it and try and get other women to sign up and for them to be oppressed too and force that ideology on them because that's why I escaped it.
Yeah. And I
makes no sense.
Kadoru's got a great point here. That's one of the reasons that we're not a high trust society anymore. Exactly. And I was thinking this high trust thing earlier. I was just watched a bit of a video from CHOOSEday before I was watching here, and he was just saying about how it's normal in Manchester to find your car getting broken into and things like this. And I thought, what? Not like that round here. I mean, I would leave my back door unlocked and walk to the shop, no problem, because I know the people around here. I know that people around here don't behave like that. That sort of crime is very, very rare around here. But I also understand that in the cities it's not. And that is exactly why we don't have high trust. And when you see somebody like that and you can't see their face and you can't recognize what their expressions are or anything like that, how are you supposed to be able to trust them? Because I'm quite sure that most people, if they're honest with themselves, they see somebody wearing that, and the first thing they feel is anger and hatred, and the second thing they think is, am I going to get blown up? And I mean that in all sincerity. I remember talking about this on that channel that we don't mention with a Muslim, and I was saying how once with niece and she saw someone wearing one and it made her cry because she felt frightened seeing that. And this fucking Muslim had the cheek to say, you should educate her then. Obviously, I put him in his place, don't you worry. But no, she should no way should anybody receive any sort of award with the word British in it if they look like that and they've got a name like that.
We're going to have to dive in, ladies and gents. It says, what's the first thing that comes to mind when you see this? I had to go on X because I remember. So we're going to have to click on it and find out, aren't we? We're going to have to see what these sort of comments were. It's the only thing we can do.
The only thing we can do. Let's hope there's some... I remember that from Viz.
I do. What an idiot. That Matt, what is his name, is a CUNT like everyone else on the BBC. They're literally intentionally winding us up at this point.
that isn't actually a estimation. It has got to that point, really, but it feels like that.
Are they sure it's the right person? Who is under the bin bag? No one knows for sure.
Yeah. And how exactly is it empowering women to wear something like that literally opposes women? Oppression to the extent that the only thing they're allowed to show is their eyes. And even that's probably haram.
So it said sport, and now here it's saying for empowering young women.
How very curious.
The British Citizen Award, known as the People's Honours, recognises exceptional courage, selflessness, and sustained civic leadership, with recipients joining a national roll of honour alongside only a small number of honorees selected from the UK. That could be anyone, though.
I mean,
that could be my dead dad, for all I know.
It just looks wrong. You take that flag down, put up the flag of Gaza, then that's correct for that context. Our flag just does not fit with that image.
You're going to hell. You're already there.
Here's an idea. Considering that women, when they go to these Islamic countries, have to cover up, maybe instead of wearing burqas, we should legalise it that all Islamic women have to wear bikinis in public. And that's treating them the way they would treat us.
Darth Vader and that bloke, look. They're the same picture. It's not what this wave of Islamophobic hate. What it's not really a wave, is it? And why are they using Islamophobic when they're not allowed to say Christophobic?
Is this? Sorry, I didn't realise. This is supposedly the wave of hate, is it?
Yes, this is one of the posts. I was hoping for some more like comedy moments in all this, but. Let's have a look, see what else latest. Oh.
I didn't see anything that I would say was hateful. I saw criticism.
What was it? Citizen Award.
That's what it said.
Citizen Award. Still the same one. Latest. Well, in order for there to be posts about it, there's got to be a latest one, hasn't there?
Yeah. That's about right. I mean, how can that bloke from the BBC stand there and sincerely say, I'm giving you an award for citizenship to Britain when you look like that? I mean, really? Yeah. Come on.
That is empowering, isn't it? What is that?
That is a piss take.
Do you know what?
And what is it?
I'm not even going to try and be funny, but if someone said to me, you're going on a night mission and you're a sniper or you're an assassin or you're a ninja or something, I would, in my head, thinking, I need to dress like that.
Yeah. But it's not just that as well, though. Think about the safety implications. What if someone is driving and wearing one of those? You're not going to be able to see out the side, are you? When they're walking down the street, they're not going to be able to see out the side. They could walk into people and knock them over. Also, people who wear things like that attract sharks, which could be very dangerous as well.
They soon may when a bin man picks them up.
Yeah, I mean, that is the one good thing. Get them all outside on a Monday at 9 o'clock. Gone. Except for in Birmingham.
Tommy Robinson's on it. That they probably got some. Let's have a look. First thing, people go, grok, is this true? As if they're trying to catch Tommy Robinson out for lying.
That's a good one. How do those shoot done?
Quran asks Muslims to kill non-Muslims. Quran is the source of terrorism. Muhammad was a pedophile, not a prophet. Islam is not a religion of peace. Islam is terrorism. Ayan Hirsi Ali. Yes, she's very, very intelligent.
Being an ex-Muslim who had to suffer FGM, she would know all about it.
Yep, without a doubt. That's a good one. Follow Islam or I'll kill you. Moderate Islam. Follow Islam or he will kill you.
Yeah, I agree with that as well.
I agree with Erdogan.
Ugly and offensive. Yeah, I agree with that one too. Yeah. I think
that's that Sophie, the basketball player, isn't it?
That should be the image of the day, I think. Yeah.
I like that. It's a shame we got the American flag.
No, just think, how great would it be?
Tried to congratulate my neighbour, but she ignored me.
It would be good though Imagine if actually were a team of blonde women stopping them getting on the boats. That would be the ultimate humiliation for them. I would love to see that. They'd never live it down.
It's a Muslim ghillie suit. Ah, love my old ninja movies. Oh dear, I'm getting all lost in the chat.
Well, what I will say is, I've never in my life ever seen anyone wear one of those anywhere outside of London. Now, granted, I haven't been to many places outside of London in the past few years, but the only place I've ever seen one of those was London.
Yeah, I think it's crazy though, because like, if you go to a said country, the woman, even though she's European, is told dress like that, put the burqa on, blah blah blah. But then when they come here, like, you can take it off. No, we're going to make you wear them on here as well. What? I don't get it.
So maybe we should make them wear bikinis instead. See if that makes
4
a difference to the.
Have fun, Dylan. Drive safe, my son. Right, there's people got to reply to this one with some more pictures, isn't it? Not sure. I think she lives down the street to me. I like those sort of gifts. They're funny. Blimey, she's tall. Oh, I thought people might come with their version of.
But how is
this? They all like that one.
But that phrase earlier that we looked at, and it said abuse and wave of Islamophobic hatred. This isn't a wave of Islamophobic hatred. This is just British piss taking.
Yeah,
it's not even.
But comedy's ruined, isn't it? You're not allowed to say jokes. Do you imagine like Roy Chubby Brown or anyone? Oh my word, mate! They're all the wokies and DI crybabies. That's from a different angle. Look.
I just don't get it. I just do not. I don't see how you can be a Muslim and a British citizen at the same time, because your allegiance in Islam is absolute. So you can't be a British citizen in that regard. Because your allegiance won't be to Britain.
But yeah, Islam is freedom. Look, because I'm Batman. Shall we honour women? Your women are land for you to plough, so go plough your land whenever and however you wish. I heard that for a while.
Says it all. They really are.
I'm carrying them like this little bride.
Disgusting.
I don't understand, right? Because X allows free speech. I get that. But a lot of posts I see from Muslims are just blatant lies. They've twisted facts and they lie about the Bible and that. You say something about Muhammad, they mass report you to get you banned for life. Whereas when they do things like that, no one says a word. No one batters an eyelid. So it seems a bit strange that. So I think X should actually ban all Muslim accounts where they just blatantly lie. Oh, Rebecca's free. No, she's not. Banned. Bugger off. Stop lying.
I think we need to put our foot down really very firmly over this, not in their profit and not drawing their profit and all of this. Because as far as I'm concerned, fuck their prophet. I don't think he was a prophet. I'm not even convinced that he existed. Certainly don't believe the crap that apparently came out of his mouth. And I have every single right to have that opinion, and I have every single right to say that opinion. What we don't have, or people don't have the right to do, is to tell us that we aren't allowed to say things like that, because we are, because Britain, we have that right. If you want to live somewhere where you can't criticise the fake prophet, there are 50 countries and more where they live in peace with like-minded people.
That's funny. Being you beat on your wife and none of the bruises show because she let Mohammed take the wheel.
That's probably the main reason they wear it.
Yep.
I mean, look at the state of that. Look at that. That is not Britain. That, when I see that, that is a face of hate. That to me is everything that is wrong with the current state of things, because that belongs in the Middle East, not here.
For you, a severed cartoonist head. How thoughtful. That's Charlie Hebdo thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But there's videos on here. There's a bloke. He's actually pouring water over them, covering them, pouring water, as if like waterboarding them, which is now illegal.
Yeah, I think it was illegal when they did it. They did it anyway, as well as playing Barney the Dinosaur theme for 24 hours a day.
Yep.
That's just abhorrent. Look at it.
There's a runner-up. Yeah. Muslim women who won empowerment award sentenced to death for bringing dishonour to family. I entered for a laugh. I mean, look at me.
Hang on a minute. Now it's an empowerment award, is it? Oh, it's a joke, so it doesn't matter. I was going to say, if they changed again what the category is.
Oh no, it said sport on the other one. Diversity is such a strength that it requires constant propaganda to remind us of it and the police state to enforce it.
Well, that same thing, really, if you think about it, that Islam is. Because they do have religious police in Iran and Afghanistan who enforce things, such as making sure that you haven't got any strands of hair poking out or you get beaten to death, which did happen in Iran.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
not even ChatGPT knows.
No, that's a really good point. Remember, as I always like to say, first you should always make sure that you observe before you interpret. And it's true, if you just observe that image, you cannot tell if there is a woman in the photograph.
Remember to show respect to authorities. We live in a land of law and order. Joke, LOL, shoot those bitches in the dick. Okay. Blessings of Islam for
If
women.
you just go back up there just for a sec, Wiz, it's actually quite important in that image. We never mind the American side of things, but the left-hand side there, that image of the British redcoat was the image that people had for generations of British strength, that we would never surrender. But even if we only had one or two lines, you weren't getting through, never ever surrender. And that has been driven out of the national psyche.
Yeah.
And that sums up the era of empire and dominance and strength that we had, even though we lost on that occasion.
Yep. Welcome, Hecker. Restore Britain.
To be honest, if we really wanted to have hung on to America, we could have done. It wasn't that important to us as a colony. It wasn't making enough money, to be honest.
That made me laugh. Oh, dear, I was giggling away there.
It's like where that Bruce Jenner won Woman of the Year award. It's just ridiculous. What are we going to have next? Butchest man in the world is Elliot Page.
Yeah. I spoke up about Islam. I'm on my 6th account, mate. 5 have been destroyed. One of them, I even put up Sahir Al-Bukhari 5133 with it, because you can have 5133 or 5134, whichever. But yeah, I put that up in reply to someone, and my account got taken, and a few times I've mentioned that, and that's it. 5 accounts I've lost. 5, and one of them I had over 6,000 people, and now I'm struggling on about 900.
I have a question for Bobby here. Bobby, you put that a lot of Asian guys don't like race mixing, so they don't like their women going with black men. If they don't like race mixing, why are they coming to England? That's what I don't understand. That if it's part of the culture to not want to mix, then why do you go somewhere where the people are completely different from you and you have to mix with them? It doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. Yeah, Hecker's had it as well. Like, yeah, you can only like read comments and that. Yeah, get another email address, start a new one. Yeah, my Wizard's Words one got taken. I had thousands of followers on that. I was really annoyed. So now I've got at the Wiz YouTube, and I'm a bit more thingy. But
Reverend Steve's absolutely right about Bruce Jenner winning the decathlon, probably the toughest of all the Olympic events.
flying through the.
None of these people who are coming here should be entitled to anything from this country whatsoever, because what they should have or should be made to do is like in America, where you have to pledge allegiance to the country if you want to become a citizen of it. So you have to, like, if that makes sense.
No, I don't get why they can't just ban it, because it's like it's so obviously not a religion that, you know, these people say they're all super high educated. I mean, they're politicians and this and that, and you know their IQ's up here because they obviously weren't born through incest. But they should know, shouldn't they? And they'd be like, yeah, we looked into that, because someone said to me on X, they're like, oh yes, I found religion and Islam was the only one. I was like, oh, that's funny, because when I died and then come back to life and looked into religion, it took me all of minutes to realise how horrible and evil Islam was, and I'd never even heard of it before that, and now it's like in my face.
This is the thing that I think sometimes people who are younger forget this. But for people who are of our age, who were kids in the 80s, for example, which most of us were, or in the late 70s, chances are you'd probably never even heard of a Muslim. I certainly had never heard of or met one until I was 25. They were really a very rare thing in this country, except for in a handful of places, such as a few areas in London, Luton, obviously, Bradford, Leicester. But even there, it's not the whole of those areas. It's only certain districts in those cities that were like it. But obviously that's grown. More and more have been let in. And when you say you don't know why they can't just ban it, that's the thing. They can do it. They're choosing not to. They could end it tomorrow if they wanted to. Introduce a fine, for example. If you're in public and you're wearing that, you have to pay a £2,000 fine on the spot, or you get 6 months in jail. I think that would be perfectly reasonable. And I would go even further and say it's not just those burqas that they should ban. They should also ban those men wearing dresses as well.
Yep, 100%.
Not Pakistan here.
No, that's not exactly a wave.
Thank you for your answer, Bobby. Thank you very much.
But it's crazy.
Yeah, Bobby is right what he's put here, that Luton wasn't even that Asian at the time. It's become more and more like the other places over time. Some of it's to do with population through breeding, some of it's through people being brought in. A lot of it is people who are family members brought in who shouldn't be here and are abusing the system, which is where that word abuse actually would be justified in using here. They're abusing our system to gain monetary and economic benefit from it, which is of detriment to the majority of working people in this country. You know that picture of the guy there with the medal?
Yeah. That's
the one, I think it's the one above it. Oh no, it's this one, that one. Right, I'm nothing against this bloke, but I'm fed up of seeing pictures of things like this, someone like that in London, and I'm being told that this is someone that's British. They're not British.
What, Tunde Olusopo?
Exactly.
That's his name.
And yes, I know that there's an ethnic difference between English and British, obviously, and that British is a civic tongue, but let's be honest about things. When in the history did British ever mean a black man? Never, until relatively recently. There was never a civic identity outside of the home nations of Britain. The problem was in the 60s, when they allowed people to come in after Windrush, it was because anyone who was in a Commonwealth country or a former Empire country, if they're part of the Commonwealth, they could get British citizenship. And they did not anticipate as many people came as did. But again, it was something that they could have stopped. And they haven't.
We're going to have to watch this. Go on, carry on, mate.
No, not at all.
I was just setting this up and spoke out loud, and I actually spoke over you then.
No,
I was just lining it up.
Yeah, let's
GB News style. GB News style. Make sure you can hear it as well, I hope.
Breaking news.
Now then, I've been dying to do this story because I saw it online over the weekend and it made my blood boil. A group of individuals have been honoured with British Citizen Awards in recognition of their exceptional service and contribution to local communities. But among this year's recipients is a Muslim youth leader. There she is on the screen, I presume. Her name is Khadija Patel, and she's the founder of the Crims Girls Youth Club, an organisation that is, quote, dedicated to supporting the development, well-being and empowerment of young people with a particular focus on girls from ethnically diverse and underrepresented backgrounds.
Oh, what a surprise.
Now
what
then,
a surprise. It's not for white people.
Oh, this is presumably. Oh, hello, what's this one? Let's make it big. People need to know I am not being forced to wear this. Oh, shut up. Right, let's.
Oh, Samara Gill.
2 minutes, this one.
It's up to you. People shouldn't feel that, we're oppressed and we're being forced to wear anything, because we're not.
What about in communities where women are forced to hide themselves? There are communities in Britain that exist like that.
I don't think, I could be wrong, I don't think anybody is forced to wear. Again, it's about educating. They may not have the knowledge or the education, and this is why I welcome conversations.
That's why I wanted to talk to you, because it's unfair that you're getting totally pummeled by criticism online and no one has reached out to you in order to talk to you. You're showing that they can do all these things, while, I guess, respecting their religious beliefs.
I was saying earlier, Samara, to Philip Kisley, here's the deal. So I'm always torn about this because I do think women have the right to wear whatever they want.
And you're a libertarian,
I am a libertarian. Do whatever you want to do with your life, or dress like however you want to dress within reason, as long as it doesn't harm other people. That's my entire outlook about everything. Freedom of the individual. So freedom of the individual to wear what they want, is important to me. But
I disagree with that.
We need to interrogate why.
Yeah, I was thinking he's full of shit. I've got a feeling you better say something, because this is getting a bit pro-Islam, isn't it?
Yeah, I understand the point that he is making, and that only works in a high trust society. And if you're letting people dress like that, as we mentioned earlier, that diminishes trust rapidly. So in a situation like this, Islam needs to be treated not as a religion, it needs to be treated as a political ideology, and as such, wearing that burqa is a political uniform, and wearing a political uniform in public is banned under the Public Order Act of 1933.
Plum jacks, that's funny. Oh, annual leave starts for a week. Way, Ollie's off for a week. Woohoo! Well, she's got annual leave. That could be at least what? 1,000 Wizard Word memberships donated over the period, I think. As she's on leave and she's bored. Right, we've got 40 seconds left. Is he gonna save himself?
It is that these women say they make this choice to wear this item of clothing. Sure, they might make that choice, but why? Is it a fear of the women, of the men who make them wear it? I say maybe not always, but when she says she doesn't know of that at all, that is rubbish. We had Khadija Khan, the Pakistan-born journalist,
I love that woman,
who was saying, you know, that her and her sisters were really severely called over the courts by their father because they wouldn't wear the burqa, and it took their mother to steam in. I love the sound of Khadija's mother, to steam in and say, I did not give the birth to these girls to be slaves.
Slaves, that's a good one.
Well, I'm glad that they at least had the decency to spell her name incorrectly, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, like you do. But yeah, there is quite a bit, but I wouldn't say it's Islamophobia.
It's not a really good point, I don't think, that he was trying to make there. He's using the same argument as free speech. And it's a bit of false equivalence, really, when it comes to dress. I mean, can I, for example, walk around wearing a thong in public? Yes, I can. Doesn't mean that I should, though. And it doesn't mean that it wouldn't offend people. And it doesn't mean that I might run the risk of a public order offence. But yes, I can. But if it's something that is going to cause offence to people, like this is, and causing demonstrable harm, which this could do, there's no justification for allowing it. I think that the justifications for not allowing it are far greater.
Yeah, I think this is just literally trying to normalise it. That's it.
It is. And I don't think we should be giving concessions to foreign ideas, religions and beliefs. That says nothing about this country whatsoever. In fact, I'd go as far as to say that that image is the antithesis of modern Britain.
It's mental. Oh, yeah, people are saying like this is just nuts, but I mean, a lot of the reactions are understandable. I wouldn't say it's Islamophobic because, like, you don't know. Like, who is that? That could be a man for all we know.
It could be Bobby. Maybe it is Bobby.
I was going to say, I wonder if it is because Bobby was away for a bit.
Bobby, was it you, son? Come on. Come on, what are you?
Can't miss me now. I hope you don't mean like, you know, because you bought yourself a rifle and you're looking down the sight. Can't miss you, wizard. Bang.
No, but if you think about it, though, logically, if I were still working, so I found school, and I see somebody walk onto the school grounds dressed like that, the first thing I'm going to think is terrorist. Because I don't know who it is. It could be anyone walking on the school grounds. I don't know what reason they've got for being there. All of those things without having any contact with them.
I'd like for someone, like, if someone could give me one of them that would fit me, I'll go out wearing it and we'll see if people know if I'm male or female.
They won't.
Exactly. That'd make for a good video, wouldn't it?
I think probably your height might give it away. I could probably
true.
It.
But I'm.
There's something else as well.
I'm not surprised.
No, I'm not surprised. But there is something else that I'm very suspicious of, because it said it was for ethnic minority girls. What it didn't say, and I think is fairly implicit in this award, is that award is obviously for Muslim girls. It's going to be British Christian girls, is it? It's going to be specifically targeted towards Black and Asian Muslim girls. And again, all it really is it's just a virtue signalling publicity exercise to say, look at how diverse and tolerant we are. And everyone has just got sick of it, to the point that this is just a parody. No one even takes it seriously. Oh, that's the clip I mentioned earlier.
I was going to say, there's a Brucey bonus. We'll have to watch this 1 minute 38 as well while we're in it. You know, we accidentally found it, geez. So we've got 29 people on X and 40 on YouTube. Hey, make sure you'll subscribe. I need the help. I keep getting shadow banned because we talk about this stuff.
Subscribe.
And watch my videos and subscribe, and watch some videos and subscribe, and like, share, and subscribe, and you know how it goes. But
make sure you watch them right to the end as well.
Do you know, I would be like, you look at you look at your wife or your sister, your granddaughter, whoever it may be, and think, right, I'll put them in a burqa. How does that make you feel? And that in itself, I think, you what? Like, what is the point of being born? What's the point of having hair, a face, a body? Like, you've got to hide it all. I mean, how can your granddaughter or daughter or wife be, you know, like mentally sound and feel beautiful and, oh, yes, I've had my hair done. So, you know, like when a man gets his hair cut, he always thinks he looks a hell of a lot better than when he didn't. Do you know what I mean? It's that sort of stuff that makes you go out and hold your chin up high. Like, you wouldn't know what they're doing. They could be holding up that, like, you know, little TikTok high, and you wouldn't even know because it's under that. And I do not understand how anyone, like, I know they're indoctrinated and blah, blah, I get that. But there's got to be something wrong in your head to think that a woman should live her life under that. To me, I cannot get my head around it.
Exactly. And if they don't do it, then they get a slap. We know that they get constantly because of these things. And what reason for them wearing it? To stop other men seeing her as a sex object because they can't control their sexual impulses, which they want from their profit. There's your problem.
Yep.
It's a problem that we have had in this country till relatively recently. Of course, there's always been rapists, but there have never, ever been the type of rape gangs that we have had recently in any point in our history. It is a uniquely racial and ethnic crime.
Yep. Be careful, they like them tall ladies. Yeah, I've got a video. Actually, I can show you the back end, ladies and gents. I'm going to show you my back end. How rude. How rude. Before we show you this video. Because this is what it's like, right? This is my back end, ladies and gents. I've got 6,829 subscribers. I go to content, right? Don't worry about, like, they added all the flipping estimated revenue and all that rubbish, but ignore that. Look, yes, I made 9p on that video. Yes, 9p, ladies and gents, buying a Ferrari. But what I need to do is, I know, look, 13p, 31p, 31p is the most I made on the videos that you can see on screen. I know the chat's hiding it, I can see, but there you go. Look, just so you know, I'm not hiding anything. But I want to take you to a short.
The one at the bottom, though, was 263, I think.
What, views?
Yeah.
Let me hide that. Where are you looking?
It was down the bottom.
Oh, yeah, there. 13p for 263 views.
Wow.
That was Andrew Wilson one, and Douglas Murray's on 105 for 6. But where's it going? Shorts. This is it, ladies and gents. Can you see it? The orange bit sticking out like a sore thumblet. This video is not earning from ads. This video is illegible for ads. Advertisers do not show ads on blah blah blah. Right, let's go into it, and then I can watch it on YouTube. It's only a short. It hasn't had many views, obviously, but this is the clip from the video that I've loaded up with regards Hatun Tash, and she's talking. So this is not monetized. So let me make that bigger. Share this tab. This is the video, ladies and gents. It's only a minute long, so we'll watch this before we watch Posey Parker. But like I say, this is not monetized because of said subject.
I'm having one of those days where I am really, really struggling to hold onto Islam. And the reason I'm going to share this is because this is who I make content for. I make content for the girls who are struggling to hold onto Islam.
That is right there is not just frustration, right? That is someone is trying to hold on to something while being pushed away by the very people who claim to represent it. And notice, she's not attacking Islam. Apparently, she's been defending Islam in her way, even while she's being crushed.
The Muslim community since September, less than a year, they have done the most horrendous fucking things to me. They have slandered me. They have bullied me. They have doxed me. They have broken into my fucking home. They have made me feel unsafe. They have told me to unalive myself. They have prayed and prayed that I get unalived, that I get raped, that my child gets harmed, that my child gets taken off me. They have mocked me. They have made AI corn of me. They have done the most disgusting, horrendous things, and they feel so fucking justified because they have stripped me of my humanity. They have taken my humanity away from me. All in the name of religion. I'm having one of those.
What the fuck does she expect? That is the religion. Can't be a part of something and not understand that that's what it's like already. Is she stupid?
Yep. You think at that point, Islam, surely.
If you're being treated like that consistently by this religion, why are you wearing that scar over your head? The smart thing to do would be to leave and then go around telling people about your experience.
Yeah, it's nuts, absolutely nuts. And as you can see by the content, I struggle with views because it's about certain things. The Hatun Tash one is this one here. It's had 28 views since yesterday, and so far it's saying like it hasn't caught up because it takes 2 days to put money. But it's going to be pennies. That's why I say to you guys just to watch adverts, because even like 9p, it's 9p I didn't have. Do you know what I mean? I'm not here for the money. So like. You know, you can go to like my shorts, they're just as bad. Like, obviously they're all the newer ones, but look, 1p, zeros, 4p, 8p, 10p. You know, don't go telling me I'm doing it for the money. The lives are better because generosity of people, etc. You know, but £1.42, but then £38, but that's due to whatever comes through. Don't forget, YouTube takes 30%. If you pay by Apple, they take 30% as well. But depending on what's left, obviously, and then it comes up here. So you can see like 30, well, say 39, £4, 47, 10, 12, fiver, 43, 21, 21, 6, 55, 13, 11, £7. You know, bearing in mind I'm live for what, average 2 hours?
Yeah.
So, you know, like 1950, £10 an hour, £4, 51p. Do you know what I mean? It varies, but that's why, you know, that's why I really do appreciate when people do gifts or super chat or whatever it may be, Ko-fi donation, whatever. So I don't really like to harp on about it. Why is that got an AI then?
We're all here to be supportive. We all understand about shadow banning and how certain subjects are being hidden by the algorithm.
Why is that on a yes? You're on a no. Isn't that weird? Saying AI's, but you wasn't. Only on the thumbnail. But the content, no. That should be on a no.
It should be.
So what? They've taken over. They've literally done that and not allowing me to change it. But there's no AI in it. That's literally me doing a news article. Why do they do that?
Probably to do with money or hacking, something along those lines. But I couldn't possibly say.
How strange. So they put that, not that it affects it in any way, but it just marks it as AI. But as soon as anything's marked with AI, it gets normally not so many views because they try not to push it. But that's just, doesn't even give me the option to
No, it doesn't.
And cry about it. How dare they? But
Do
yeah,
your
but
advertise on other channels.
yeah, imagine that. I get a sponsorship. That's what you want, isn't it? But
hello, here's the Wizard book, sponsored by crack. No, that wouldn't be very good, would it? We wouldn't like that.
Trophy. Pat the Milkman, how you doing, mate? I have no idea what these jewels are, what they do, or anything like that, but they look good, don't they? They stole it from someone said, didn't they? Twitch or somewhere, or
yeah,
they stole the idea. Ollie's on the jewels. The jewels, if you got jewels, spend them here. I bet I get a couple of pennies, so you know, every little helps. But
I would say,
that
old Posey here, that there are two videos that I saw. There was one that was about 2 hours long, and that's where she first started speaking to this bloke, where they were all praying. And the other clip I saw was after they're finished praying and she's told them off, and they were discussing Aisha. So I don't know if this is going to be that conversation, but it certainly will be the same bloke. And he's got that typical attitude that we all dislike, that we see with Muslim men time and time again.
Yeah. Oh, Mad Monkey Seeds. Have I said hello to you? If not, hello, mate. I apologise for not seeing you. I see you in there. I'll put you. You see, you put damn late again. Do you know, if it's in an evening, it's 7. If it's during the day, it's 1 p.m.
Jessica,
but,
the one
this is. I cannot believe my AIs. What was she written?
I remember, Jessica. I remember you writing abusive things last time. Don't think I've forgotten.
I think because people started attacking her because she said her boyfriend was Muslim. I think that's the one, which they shouldn't be doing because, you know, come on, guys, come on. But
no,
but yeah, but
she got the
this is
she's
not AI.
Her boyfriend was a Muslim. That's what it was. She said her boyfriend was a Muslim, and I said why, and she didn't like that question. I think it's a perfectly reasonable question to ask why someone has a particular belief system.
Look at my pocket for the world's smallest violin. We're on it. You probably have got one because your magic spells being a witch, you see.
Yeah.
I suppose you could do that. Is that you like doing, you and I like doing it? That's what counts or matters. Yeah, I mean, if I was doing this for the money, I would have had to quit months ago or last year. I think in October, I think it's 2 years in October. But I mean, for the way it's gone, I'm more than happy. I'm not moaning about anything. And the whole idea was not to get monetized. But I had an alien video and it ended up with like 70,000 views. It got me the 1,000 subscribers. It got me the 4,000 watch hours and got me monetized. And then they copyright striked it for whatever reason. But I was monetized. So I was like, okay, happy days. Brucey bonus.
Because like I say, you've got a community that you've built up here that's a real genuine bunch of people that just enjoy the company of one another and enjoy picking each other's brains and taking the piss out of each other as well. And that's what's good.
Right, a comment that's coming up after this is hilarious, but yeah, goat statue, like what? Right, this is hilarious. Like, all YouTubers are here for the money. They dream of getting rich. No.
Do you?
Not all YouTubers are here for the money, because like me for a start, I've seen others. They're just like, oh, I got monetized, and you know, I was on probably when I first got monetized about between £10 and £17 a month. Now it does depend. I can go anywhere from 100 to my world record is 374, but after tax it was 307. So you know that's the most I've ever got in a month. So if you think all YouTubers are here for the money and they dream of getting rich, this is not how you do it.
No.
They say only 1% of people get monetized, and out of that, another small percentage actually make good money. So although I'm in the 1% or top 3% or something that I get monetized, no, you won't be getting rich anytime soon. And I'm at the age where I don't need to be rich
no,
at all.
Exactly. I think that probably if you've got, I don't know, 100,000 followers, then yeah, you can probably make money to live off it if you wanted to do that. But it's very difficult to get in that position. Yeah, I agree, Slim. Definitely in a huff.
But,
a huffle puffle.
And believe me, if my channel was doing that well, I would guarantee at least one show a month where I would actually give money to my subscribers or viewers or members. I'll do something in a way that, you know, to like give back. And there's people out there, you know, 100 quid, 500 quid, £1,000 change the course of your month. Do you know what I mean? And you think, do you know what? If I've got it, I would generally just give it away. That's how little it means to me.
That is actually true. That people, I mean, I know myself that 50 quid to most people is not a huge amount of money, but I know myself that can get you a week's worth of shopping.
Yep, exactly. I mean, I love it. I love the fact that I do get money from it, but it's going into a different bank. It's nothing to do with me. It's nothing to do with my missus. It's nothing to do with our joint bank account. It's nothing to do with our lives. That's separate. So when I get it, my missus sometimes like, "Well, you got that in a month just for doing all that." I said, "Yeah, don't work out the hourly rate because it'll be about £3, you know, and it puts a bit of a dampener on things. But just getting that little lump sum of 100, 200 or 300 quid, you're like, oh my God, what a bonus. Right, that goes in the bank for supporting. Like I bought my DNA test. Do you know what I mean?
To put it into context, though, like Reverend Steve has just put in here, someone who is a bigger YouTuber like Paul Thorpe, he only makes about 900 quid a month. Now, I say only, I wouldn't mind an extra 900 quid a month, but it's not a huge amount for the viewership. And I guess the more you earn, the more YouTube will take as well.
Basically, well, yeah, 30%. So, but the thing is, though, someone donates, say, £100, they take 30%, so you get 70. But sometimes it's even less than that for some reason. But before you even get it, if they pay through Apple, they take 30%, so you'll get 70. And then out from that 70, you're going to lose another, £21 because YouTube, but then take its 30%. So that's before you've done anything. And that takes you down to like 50 quid, like half. You're like, wow, it's absolutely crazy. I forgot to put all the thingy back up. But that vidIQ, I used to get, I do get emails now and again. It's like, oh, you've got like 100,000 views or whatever it is. But yeah, that's like these people that make money from all that. I don't sign up for all that. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. Like I say, it's not my bread and butter. I mean, but I'm not paying other people to do whatever. I do my content and that's it. There's not really much else I can do. I make sure my thumbnails are appropriate, that they are now, because they're more wizardry and it bodes well
But
with the wizard's words.
Let's be honest about it. If you want to make money on YouTube, then the best way to do it is to be a young woman and to show as much flesh as possible. That's how you make money. Let's be honest.
That's funny you say that, because I actually said to my missus that I've seen women that started, and just by being women, they are more popular because they're women. And there's some women that they just put on a dress and take it off again, and they get like 100,000 views, and you're like, really? But are you really going to lower yourself that much that you have to do that sort of content just to try and make money? Like, you know, have a bit of pride.
Exactly. And how much of what we get to see of YouTube lives is actually real, and how much of it is curated and just presented for the screen? I mean, I know someone who was a YouTuber. They're not anymore, but it used to take them 2 hours to get ready to appear on YouTube, to put her makeup on. And the thing about it was that because she would do a very good job of it, but if she had it on, you wouldn't recognise her, so she could walk around quite easily and not get hassled.
Yeah, do you remember with Quincy Emmy? I used to like that, but I like that, Slim. Yeah, sponsor me on Damwit, and why not? It's got to be done. So because I've been thinking, like, sometimes they say YouTube is you should tie a business in with it, but thing is though, like when I had this stuff here, the old beard oil, the Wizard's Own, but not many people have beards in that, so you got to think, you know. I like the I do like the beauty products for men and women, but I don't know if I want to do that.
Does the beard oil work on a lady's downstairs beard?
It probably would actually, because that one's got argan oil in it and almond oil. It's good for split ends and everything. Smells quite nice.
So well, nice. No, but yeah, get your split ends sorted out, ladies. Come on, get 2 for 1.
Hilarious. But yeah, I always think I'll tell you what I would like. I'd love to have, say, my own copy brand, but I bet loads of people have done that, and then it just gets a bit, the market's just saturated, isn't it?
Why is it that women get more of an audience than men, do you think?
Because they're women. They're more pleasing to the eye.
Which tells you that the majority of the audience must be male.
Yep.
I like that. There is quite a female watcher sort of profile on YouTube. There's more than I would have imagined it to be.
It would, Binky, you're probably right. I identify as a woman. There we go.
I mean, I'll give an example of the sort of thing I mean. Like, as Slim quite rightly put, tips sell. There's loads of people on YouTube who do guitar videos. There's this one woman, Sophie Lloyd. She's a good guitar player. She's, you know, very talented. But the only reason people watch her video because she wears these sort of black leather kinky outfits showing everything off. And I that to me just cheapens it.
In the eyes of YouTube, it'll probably say something, but in my eyes, I'm not going wrong because I've got good people in the chat. We have a giggle. Like I say, I'm not here for the money. I don't care what anyone says or thinks. I'm not. I've literally just proved it. 1p a video, mate. 17p. But
yeah,
I'm not going wrong. In my eyes, I'm not going wrong. It's building nicely. I've got over 6,800 subs. My views are going back up, thank God. But, you know, some content is sort of like downplayed thanks to YouTube. But, you know, it is what it is. So I changed now, I think.
I would say there that it's not so much that it's a question of what are you doing wrong. I think it's more a question of Jessica's obviously doing something wrong with her choice of boyfriend. But no, it's a really good bunch of people in here.
Yep.
Oh, Reverend Steve knows Sophie Lloyd. Your Gilmore setup. I sold a guitar pedal to David Gilmore. It was a 1973 Color Sound Power Boost.
Bitcoin.
Yes, she did.
I've got boobs now. Since I quit smoking and all that, blimey, the weight I put on. I'm flying through the chat to catch up, and then we'll play this video because we got to. Women are ruthless. Why? Did the wind blow it off their homes, or?
No, there's definitely a type of female presenter out there who knows exactly what she's doing on YouTube. And people like boobs. They don't like moobs.
Moobs are not big sellers. You're right there, mate. That's why I need to have you lot doing what you do on different channels. Go, oh, what's the words? I bought a £25 of Bitcoin July 23. It's worth £11 now.
Yes, I am still triggered, Jessica, because you called me a horrible person. Of course I'm triggered. It really offended me to be called a horrible person. I've never been so insulted in my life. I was distraught. I haven't slept for 2 days. Traumatized.
Was it a wave of Islamophobia?
It was a wave
of
hate came over me from this comment of saying that I was horrible. It really was. It was a wave of hatred.
Oh, that's classic. But right, we're going to talk about this with Posey Parker. What is her actual name? Kelly J. Keane?
Keane. Yeah,
Kelly J. Keane. Yeah.
Now, what if anyone does watch the extended version, she's not actually that great with some of her comebacks. She does let herself down a few times in this, so it is worth watching on that regard. But obviously, in a situation like this, she's not going to get taken to the cleaners and defending paedophilia, really, is she?
No. But ladies and gents, just so you do know, like, you might be wondering, like, what do you do if you're walking through the jungle and you come across a snake?
I don't know.
You wipe it off.
Very nice. Very nice and very rude.
I thought I'll just throw that in there for you, ladies and gents, because, we've been going an hour and 47. We've got to lower the tone. But this will be a good one. Hopefully it's like the volume's good and that. It literally popped up and we're like, oh, look, yeah, we'll do that. Happy days. So what is it? 1 minute 38. So get in the chat and tell us what you think about it. Let me make sure the volume's up. Yeah, right, here we go.
Of a woman. I thought you were talking about women's rights. When according to 1400 years ago.
No, that's bullshit. No.
1400
Why
years
wasn't everyone
bullshit.
marrying 9-year-olds?
1400 years
Nobody was marrying 9-year-olds except your little pervy prophet.
And prove
that's
it.
the only person who was
I
marrying
told you that from one opinion, and you're saying no. That's what Turkey believes. That's what you're telling me. All your fans. Turkey believes. He married a 9-year-old, and I'm telling you. I've answered you multiple times. This doesn't fit your script. I already told you we don't accept that the Prophet married a 9-year-old. And I told you, according to that view, she consented. She had undergone puberty. Prove me wrong in these 2 points.
What, prove that she started her period?
That she was not. She hadn't gone through puberty. And she didn't consent.
Well, for a start, you can't consent at 9, whether you started your periods or not. You can't.
Based on what standard?
Based on the fact that she was a child, and
I
surely
just told you she'd undergone puberty.
Steady on. Right, based on the premise that children haven't really begun to be anything other than she had toys, right? She said had her toys when he married her.
No, she didn't have toys.
Yes, she did. It says that in your hadith.
What's the reference?
I don't know.
You don't even know. You've come up without a reference.
Yeah.
It does. It says that I still play with dolls.
All this group of people,
Darling,
you haven't given me a
I
single
would give you a
reference.
reference from the Beano. It's just as easily made up. I wouldn't give you a reference.
I'm
I don't
asking
need
for
to
you
give
a
you a
reference
reference.
that's not made up. How about giving me a
I'm
reference
saying
that
that
actually
it is
justifies
very
your point?
likely in this country the majority majority of Muslims believe
Something
she
with
was
no
sick.
evidence, darling.
Wow.
Yeah, I think what happened is on her channel, she has a microphone and she gives it that block, and they have a conversation or an argument for about an hour. But on her channel, you can't hear what he's saying. And so I think that these other clips are ones where the people around are watching. I think it's people with their mobiles have taken other clips. So this is a different perspective to the one I saw earlier that was 5 minutes long, but it's the same conversation. And you could hear there him justifying paedophilia by saying that someone who's in consent. When we all know that the law of this land is quite clear that if they're under 16, they cannot consent to a sexual act. And as far as I know about the conversation, it then goes into him justifying it because they've started puberty and all the usual things, and saying, oh, but this was 1400 years ago, but conveniently forgetting that this is the behaviour of somebody who they are supposed to emulate.
That might be one. Oh, let me just. Right, I want to find, because like to prove that it does exist. Sunan and Nisa 3378 is the verse. The messenger of Allah married me when I was 6 and consummated marriage me when I was 9, and I used to play with dolls.
Let's
I
just
believe
remember
that's what she's going on about.
Consummate means fuck. Let's be perfectly clear about that and leave no illusions about this. 6 married, 9 consummated. This is the perfect man for all time.
Yeah, that's the bit where they can say what they like, but it says for all time. Well, if he was alive today, he would be up there with Jeffrey Epstein. He'd be arrested. So,
like I said, it's literally in law that if they are under the age of 16, then they cannot consent. Because they cannot consent, therefore any sexual act becomes a statutory rape. Yep. And that's exactly what he did. And whether or not people did that 1400 years ago is besides the point. Their argument is that this is the greatest person of all time and that they should follow in his footsteps. Therefore, if everything else that he did was all right then, and you're saying that's how you should relate today, then you're saying that you endorse paedophilia.
Basically. So you're screwed either way. Oh, just like Aisha when she was 9.
Now you could perhaps put a justification in if it were, say, 14 or 15 back in those days, then you would say, yes, that probably was more likely in those days. People would have got married earlier because the life expectancy was a lot shorter as well, we must remember. So 14 or 15 perhaps, we could say we would understand that. But someone who's under 10, fuck's sake.
But it still wouldn't bode well with today and prove Muhammad is fake, because even at 14 or 15 years old today, he would be arrested for that at the age of 54 to 57. So either way, greatest example or whatever destroys it. But even those ages that you've quoted, like we know we can go in history, certain kings and that, and that's what they say. Oh, this king done that, this king done that. And I'm like, mate, no, shut up. Now, you're talking about a prophet. Compare him to other prophets, because you can't compare him to a king because you're not on the same wavelength. Like, you're telling me God has appointed this person as a prophet who's got no prophecies, who's actually a PDF, and you're telling me God's like, yep, here be the final messenger. Why not?
Well,
I do not think so.
That would sound like the exact opposite, really, wouldn't it? I mean, it would be almost as if there were a devil and they thought, How can I get more people away from God? What if I got a religion and tell them that all religion that they know is corrupted and that this is the one true only religion? That will work. And if they don't listen, they don't believe it, we'll just chop their heads off. That will work. And that's exactly what happened, I think.
Yep.
Do I feel all Muslim men, fathers, involved in this behaviour with children? Well, obviously not all of them do, no. But all of them do. They all believe that the Prophet, the perfect example for all time. So in that regard, they are involved in it. But no, not every single one of them is accounts.
Incest is allowed. For some strange reason, like in Pakistan, you know, when they started doing all the DNA tests and this and that, they tried to squash the results because it came back that the father and daughter relationship and having kids, i.e. then making said own daughter pregnant and having a child, due to doing all the DNA tests, they worked out it was 600 times more prevalent than anywhere else. So it seems Muslim fathers do like their own daughters. And they like to search for things like animal sex, like with snakes, hogs, pigs.
Let's put it this way, Jessica. In the recent report that was commissioned by Rupert Lowe and Sammy Woodhouse, it was it was found that of the rape gang perpetrators, 80% of them were Islamic. That is irrefutable evidence. It's a clear pattern of behaviour. Where does that pattern of behaviour come from? It comes from the Islamic Book of Lies. Now, the thing is, Islam, for 1400 years, managed to get away with it because it's just hidden behind Arabic. But unfortunately, the internet has exposed it to the world. And the one thing that Islam did not want to get exposed is the Aisha story. Because that is the one that really most people will consider that as beyond the pale. They can't hide it now. I mean, they'll try to. They'll say, no, I only read the Quran. I'm not bothered about the Hadith. Really? We need to shut it off. And more importantly, what we need to shut, and this doesn't get mentioned enough, is the Islamic schools that run off. Well, they're not schools as in the standard education schools. They're schools where kids go after ordinary school and after mosque. They're the places that should be shut down because that's where these ideologies in their most extremist form have their basis. And they whisper in kids' ears as well. They sing them things to get them used to the Arabic. So they're constantly being bombarded with this religion that doesn't let them think outside of any other way than that way of thinking. And that's so barbaric about it. It completely limits the mind.
Oh, geez. I was going to look up to see like the actual animals in question, and it says Pakistani woman and her dog in a shocking scene of what? Yeah, you get the idea. But I was hoping that sometimes you do it on like Copilot or whatever, and it won't tell you like that. It's gone blank.
Well, we did all that.
There was, I can't think where we got it.
That's not bad going, is it? Bobby, you can't fucking say that, man. That's out of order to say that. You can't say that about women. I've met many honest women, and I certainly do not believe that the testimony of women is worth half that of a man. Yeah, it's true, women do falsely accuse men of things. Yes, they do. Men also falsely accuse women of doing things as well. Yep. I don't think it's something it's a specific problem with women, and this is what I have an issue with Islam, is the way that they treat women is absolutely appalling.
Trigger warning, ladies and gents, for what you're about to hear, but this is like the Muslim mentality. But yeah, let me just read this little paragraph for you. It's a good way to finish the show with a bit of oomph. Pakistan is top dog, like top dog, not nothing about a dog.
Pakistan, come on, champions of the world.
In searches per person for horse sex.
Yes, let me guess.
And it's been top since 2004. Donkey sex since 2007. It's been top. Grape pictures since 2004. Grape sex since 2004. Child sex since 2004. Animal sex since 2004. Dog sex since 2005. According to Google Trends and Google Insights, features of Google that generate data based on popular search terms, the country also is tops, or has been number one, in searches for sex, camel sex, grape video, child sex video, and some other searches that can't be printed here.
See? And we know that
Welcome
they come
to
over here,
Pakistan.
boats. We've heard that one.
Yeah. But that's some weird.
I would say, Bobby, you may well have had some bad experiences. I've had bad experiences with women as well. I've also had far more good experiences with women, and that's the way that I will treat women, with respect, always. I think it's men who are the problem. It's men that abuse women. It's men that rape women. It's men that commit the majority of crime. It's women aren't the problem, and Islam treats women as if they are the problem.
Yep. Reverend, I would actually call it with a question mark. I'd put but question mark Elzut, because it's all about the butt.
All night long, riding
all night long. Oh, night.
That's their favourite song in there.
Yeah. Bloody hell. You need to calm down. You got a bit overexcited because you got your annual leave for. You got a whole week off and you've gone round stabbing 5 people, Ollie. Oh, you're not claiming it's you. You're just saying, oh, okay. What you got overexcited? Yes, a week off. Woo, stab. Woo, stab.
Well, we've done all right today, haven't we? We've done 2 hours. That's a good showing for a Tuesday.
It is, because make it up as you go along, and look at it. It goes on probably the longest show.
Exactly. I mean, nothing could have happened for the past 2 hours, but something did happen.
And guess what happened to? Guess what the husband said when he was told about his wife doing that with her horse, and that she died? He went, "Nay."
Oh, I should have seen that one.
Like, you did not want to see that one coming, mate.
No,
it was not a good scene.
I mean, what the fuck do you expect? She died having sex with a horse. Have you ever seen a horse? You've seen how big their dick is, right?
Apparently, they said the woman was unstable.
I'm going to let you off that one.
But when she died, the coroner said, "Oh, why the long face?"
She said it was only a bit of horseplay.
Indeed. Where have all your paintings gone, mate? They're all down there. The funny story. I took a photo. Look, I've got them all priced up. Mrs. went through them with me, right? I've got them all. Look, there's all my paintings there. And
that is a lot.
You know, We're doing like $12.99, $16.99, $22.99, $27.99, and $44.99 for the huge one. But which is cheap as chips for art. But again, I'm not doing that for the money. But it'd be nice that people thought, oh yeah, I'll buy that. I've got a really smart one drying now. I can't lift it up because of the paint on it. I'll show you it at some point. But I've done all that for Art Pal. Loaded up the first one, done it all, with the description about it and blah, blah, blah. And then it said, oh, yeah, in order to get paid, you need PayPal.
Oh, yeah.
And I cancelled my PayPal because they wanted me to send in documents. I thought, no, you're not having them. Shove it. I can live without PayPal. So I couldn't do it in the end. So I'm going to have to find another one.
Yeah, they introduced that because I remember a few weeks or months ago I had to do it because I sold some stuff on eBay. But because I had the money, I did have to go through with it. It wasn't bad. I got 300 quid, so it was all right.
That's it. I'll do it on Ko-fi. Do you know what I mean? I'll just send people to the Ko-fi account and say, oh, just pay whatever there and happy days. I'll do free postage as well because I'm that nice. But yeah, that's what I was going to do on the Wizards World channel. But every time I go to do it, I think, but it's not monetized and this channel is. And I could put it on this channel because I'll get more views and all that. Do you know what I mean? It's weird psychologically.
Yeah. No, it is. There's a really good bunch of people here. Yeah. Get that artwork bought. Just need it sold out by the end of the summer. Operation Fixed Mouth.
Yeah, I've got the dentist in September. Got to go for it's another consultation. I think they got to look at the ones that they thought were dodgy, and they might have to see a specialist. So I think they want to look at them and see if they can pull them out or whatever. Because then that'll go 180 up to 400 per tooth.
Well, if it doesn't go very well, I've got a hammer. I can have it with you.
That'll work.
Yeah.
But yeah, post them on Discord.
It's a pull hammer, so I can pull as well.
Nice. Yeah, get it on.
Well, I like to do my bit.
Yes, I do, Ola. I keep forgetting to say because I think you've got a membership on the Ko-fi. I assume that's what you're on about. I keep forgetting because I get the email on my phone in the morning, and then if I go live at 1 or 7, I blooming forget. And I remember I said last time, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, how rude, like forgetting, and I still forget. But yes, it does come through. I really appreciate it. I need to be on the ball a bit more. I've got my pad back now, so that's what I used to write stuff on before I go live that I knew I had to mention. So I will get into the process.
Always keep
going Ko-fi. Yep.
Always
pad. Look, all the stuff I write. Look at all of it, loads of it. But
I need to actually write with, but I've got a pad.
Got to put that between your legs once a month, have you?
Yeah. I have. You know how
What's
it
a
is.
TWAT? That was a quick one though, wasn't it? I was quick. Come on, be honest.
That was very quick.
It was.
Oh, Helen. Probably been tending to her melons.
Yeah. Good evening, all you whizzies, she says. That's a good one, whizzies. Join the whizzies. Yeah, if I get teeth and then the channel grows, then I'm going to do the whiz on tour, and we're book places. We'll go round like Katie Hopkins style, and I'll give some free tickets away. That'd be hilarious. Have a good old comedy moment. The whiz on stage, having a giggle, being naughty, talking about stuff, and well, be a comedy night out, wouldn't it? Just looking to make you feel better about yourself and give you a giggle. Oh, that bloke, mate. You don't even cut his hair, trim his beard.
We've had a couple of new faces in today, which is nice to see as well.
Definitely. Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. So, and we had Robert go crazy with the 50 Wizard Word memberships. Ollie went crazy with the 10 Wizard Word memberships. There's a $10 super chat from Robert. Plastic Africans member for 1 month, that renewed. And then Ollie went crazy with the jewels. and then so did Pat the Milkman with the jewels. But I have no idea what the jewels do. So yeah. But anyway, look, 2 hours, 10 minutes. Look, see, these shows last longer than the ones that I actually plan and we do stuff about. How weird is that?
Weird. And speaking of weird, don't forget, this week, for the first time on Friday, is Freaky Friday, which is very, very apt because not only is it on Friday, it's also freaky. Well, that's
and
what
I know. Well, when I set it up, I freaked out.
So, I'm not surprised. I have to say homework, though, for the chat. Do some research into cryptozoology for Friday, because the more info that we've got, the better. Because I've only looked at the Loch Ness Monster. So if you can find other ones, that would be great. And then we'll see what we think of it all.
Yep, because and you're also going to say like how to tell if it's real or fake or something, can it? Oh, is that the one?
Yeah, we could look at things like how to go about exploring myths, what is real, what isn't real. You've got what is called narrative drift, which is where a story gets embellished over time. You can usually recognize a point in the story where things escalate.
I'll put how to know real or fake ? And then it is going to be Loch Ness and Bigfoot, won't it?
Yeah. So I've looked at Loch Ness already. And like I say, I've got a theory about Loch Ness, but I'm not going to reveal it until Friday.
CHOOSEday.
It is only a theory.
Hey, a theory's as good as any other theory, basically, because there are no answers. So yeah, it'd be interesting that. Well,
so yeah, it'd be interesting to see what people think of these things, and obviously bearing in mind that for a myth to be effective, it doesn't actually have to be real. It's a story can endure without being real for a very long time, as we can see with Islam, for example.
That's sod's law, dogs growing up.
But I find myths and legends fascinating. Not surprising, really, considering where I come from and it being full of myths and legends. I've always been interested in things like that, and things like the King Arthur tradition. That was sort of meat and potatoes as an undergraduate.
Yeah, we can, and literally, the reason we call it Freaky Friday is so, like, because Slim put in the answers on the post saying like about myths, conspiracies, and everything. So, being that it's Freaky Friday, anything like that comes under freaky, doesn't it? So it's not just limited to aliens. Do you know what I mean? We can have a look at anything. So it's all good. It's all good in the hood.
Yeah, anything at all. And obviously people can come and saw that Helen said she has been tending her melons. Yes,
and
tomatoes, I'm very glad to hear that.
And cucumbers and peas and strawberries and more.
They must be ripe for plucking. Now, where was I? Forgotten.
As you said, plucking and not flicking.
Yeah. It's like that old tongue twister about the pheasant plucker. Do you know that one?
Yep.
I won't say it, obviously. Yeah. Until the pheasant plucker. Yeah, that one.
Yes, it was you. That's why we have Freaky Friday, Slim. You've made your mark on the channel. We have Freaky Friday because when I asked about it, you commented. I said, yes, we can sort that out. I'm a man of my word. So whoop, there it is. All done for you, mate. But it's good. It's going to be a nice break from like politics and news as well. You know, like on a Tuesday, we can literally talk about anything, but we'll stay away from anything that involves Freaky Friday. That'd be any news, any politics, any, like I said, you might find a video clip. So when we go live, you need to say like, oh yeah, there's this video. And then if I see it, I'll be like, oh, what is it? So, you know.
Yeah.
anything could happen. Anything. It'd be a bit similar to Thursday. There's a little clip, but it's your choice. But on Thursday, it's our choice. And this Thursday is Nuria Khan, I believe.
Yes. Who also, I noted today from watching Dan Wootton's show, she's doing a debate tomorrow on his show at 5 o'clock with an imam. So that will be an interesting one.
Oh, what channel? What? On hers?
So Dan Wootton's channel, and that will be on at 5 o'clock.
Righto. Put it in the chat for everyone, mate. We've got to blag that up.
I think they all know where Dan Wootton's channel is, but I will just put his name in anyway. But what I would say, as I've said before, is I think that she has one of the most unique takes on things, only on the more of the central or right side of things. She's very unusual voice, and I think that she's incredibly brave to the way that she goes about doing things. But more than anything, it's the eloquence in her speech patterns that I admire.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm sort of quite new to her, but yeah, some of the stuff I've seen, I'm quite impressed because, like, she is honest. Do you know what I mean? And says it the way it is, and she's not scared of saying anything. So I like that. That's the way I like it.
Yes.
So, days. Happy days. So there we go, ladies and gents. 2 hours 15 minutes by making it up. Like I said, it's longer than our normal ones. They couldn't make that up, but it's true. It's true. It's true. So what's next? Tomorrow, Wednesday. Oh, it's 1 o'clock, isn't it? Top news stories tomorrow. Politics tomorrow, 1 o'clock. Whatever's going on in the news, I look in the morning to make sure we're going to have all the newest, freshest, most exciting stories. So that'll be good. So we've got that at 1 o'clock. And then on Thursday, like I said, Nuria Khan with Jake and I reviewed that video.
Your favourite guest, Fahima, is on there. You like her, don't you?
Send me the link to that video as well, Geese, so I can put it in
will
the chat.
send you. In fact, I noticed today that Dan has actually split it up into 3 20-minute chunks. So I'll have a look and see which one of those to send over, because that's probably better.
Yeah. All right, mate. Yeah. Sounds like the best case scenario. Excellent. Excellent. I look forward to that as well. So brilliant. There we go, ladies and gents. What can I say? It's been a bloody good one. I enjoyed that. It's nice when you're talking free and there's no restrictions. You just bounce around and go here, go there and watch a bit of this. So yeah, all good. Happy days. There you go, ladies. What more can I say? You can go and chill out now.
So thank you very much to you, Wiz. It's been an absolute pleasure. And thanks to everyone who's in the chat. It's good to see you always. Good to see new people as well. Thank you very much for coming on. Hope you come back. No, Slim, I would not give Dan a reach around, you cheeky fucker. You might do. I wouldn't. But no, it's been really good to see you, everyone. So thank you very much. Take care. I'll see you soon, Wiz.
No worries, mate. Take it easy. Stay safe. Happy days. I didn't touch that. That was him throwing himself out as he was talking. But thanks to every single one of you in chat. I really appreciate it. I was just about to say that. Thank you all for listening. Jessica said it. You read my mind, Jessica. So it's all good. All happy days. We're all a bit crazy, Ollie. Don't ever apologise for being crazy or yourself. I'm just honoured that you are here, my dear, and thank you very much for the gifting of the Wizard Word memberships. And you, Rob, I really appreciate it. You know I do. It's marvellous. It's marvellous. But I'm back tomorrow, 1 o'clock. Top news and politics. I'm going to see what's going on. Grab 3 or 4 stories. We'll go through them and see what's going on and see if you mention any other stories, and then we can jump onto one of them maybe. Happy days. That's the way we roll, isn't it? So don't forget, tomorrow, Wednesday, Wizard Wednesday, 1 p.m, ladies and gents. So stay safe. Have a brilliant evening. Stay cozy. Don't get too hot tonight because, you know, the weather's a bit... It's all good, and I will see you Wednesday at 1 o'clock. But for now, like I say at the end of every single video, and you, Slim, thank you very much. And thank you for inventing Freaky Friday. Love it. Thanks, Slim. Don't forget call-in show, Slim, Sunday. I will post a link. But anyway, like I say at the end of every single video, that is the wizard's words.